Good afternoon, everyone. It's Miss Amy from Camden Public Library, and today we're going to make collages with magazines. So this is a really cool way to recycle and repurpose magazines. So what I have done is I'm going to zoom out so that you can see. So these are grapes, and I have an orange. And so I have a bunch of magazine pieces. So what I did is I've drawn a pear shape. And I'm actually going to maybe make this just a little bit bigger, a little bit more roundy pear, more like an Anjou pear. I think that's, or a Bartlett. Bartletts are green, Anjous are brown. So we're going to make I'm going to do a pear. So I've drawn out the shape of what I want to collage so that then I can cut it out and use it on other things. But you can see, so this technique is I cut the pieces out smooth. I cut out a bunch of purplish circles from magazines, and then a leaf and a stem, and then pieced it together. This one I tore out pieces of magazine orange because I wanted to try and get a different look, and rather than make my own leaf, I found some cool leaves that I could just cut out an actual leaf. So a couple different techniques. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start gluing. So I have this one I'm going to do with a bunch of strips. So I have a bunch of green strips that I collected out of magazines. And what I'm going to do is I am going to start putting them on. And I'm going to do this because I know that I'm cutting this out. I've got this all gluey there. I'm going to just go like this. And I'm going to layer it because when I cut it out, I can cut those off. Okay, so even though it's not perfect right now, that's okay because I'm going to cut it out. And I think what I want to do is I'm just going to keep going with this across. And I'm going to use these pieces. I really like the look of these. I want some of the longer pieces so that I can layer them like that. I'm just going to keep putting them on, putting them across, using the long ones up, layering like that. Okay, and this is just another technique to use. So let's see, I'm gonna do this one, and I just cut out a bunch of the green, and it's okay that it is different. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tuck my my stem in underneath the green so that it's hiding underneath the green like that. And I'll end up cutting it off. Okay, I'm gonna put a leaf. So I found a leaf that was already cut out. So I'm also going to put this one right on here. I'm gonna put it just like that. I like it. And then don't worry, because when I cut it out, it is going to be just fine. And I could have left it, I could have done it on the other side, but I didn't, and that's okay. So I'm just gonna keep going across. I'm still trying to stay on this one with the same, and I'm gonna flip this around because I don't want those same pieces in the same spot. All right, let's see. Good. We're getting down to the bottom, so it's getting a little bit closer, like that, and like that. And I'm gonna do just a little bit here, and I'm gonna layer that like that. Okay, so now that I have it all on there, I'm going to cut out a pear shape like this. Yep. Like that. And this one I'm cutting right up to it because I didn't leave a whole lot of room. So, and because I overlapped the other ones, I had space. So I'm gonna go in a little bit like that. And there is a pear. Very cool. Okay, so this one was done with strips. This one was done with torn pieces of paper. This one was done with cut out circles. So you could also do one that is more kind of hodgepodgey all over. So I'm gonna do an apple. So I've got a bunch of red. Okay, so now I have a bunch of just different red pieces. So they're kind of all over. And what I'm gonna do is, with this one, I have an apple shape drawn. Woo! And I'm just gonna start, whoops. I'm gonna put my apple leaf on there because I want it to be tucked kind of in. And I'm gonna put my stem on too because I want it to be under the red that I'm going to layer. So I'm gonna go ahead, put that on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna start layering. So let's see, I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to start layering. Let's see. Red, all different reds. I've got a bright red. I've got some red strips that I can use along the side. Oops, I don't wanna go outside with this one. I think I wanna keep it in and stay inside the shape like this. And there we have the apple. So this one is all collaged in all different shapes and sizes. This is strips, these are ripped, and these are cut out. Happy creating, Miss Amy.